Hi everyone, welcome to Legally Yours. I'm back again with the wonderful Liz Harris from Innovim Group, and in this episode we're actually going to take a little bit of a deep dive into what the actual services that Innovim Group provide and how lawyers and other professional services can take advantage of those. So thank you so much for joining me, Liz.
Thanks, Karen.
Okay, so talk me through it. So talk me through the specific services that Innovim Group provide.
So our philosophy, what we're trying to do is help lawyers transform their businesses by transforming their pricing.
Yes.
And so we're helping them learn how to actually value price.
Yes.
A lot of people think you can go to a half-day seminar and learn how to value price and that's the end of it. But there's a lot more involved in it because you actually have to be able to understand the value that you are delivering from the client's perspective.
Okay, yes.
You need some project management skills.
Yes.
You need scoping skills.
Yes.
You need to have confidence in actually setting your pricing. There's a little bit of economic theory to actually understand what pricing is all about.
Yes.
And then for the firm itself, you work in a different way. And thinking if you're not tracking time, how do you performance manage people in a much more healthy way?
Yes.
How do you remunerate people?
Okay.
You know, what does the structure look like? How do you actually track your WIP?
Yes.
If we can call it that.
Yes.
So there's lots of those other little bits and pieces.
Okay.
So there's various ways we do it. We run what we call the aligned pricing program.
Yes.
We've got two versions of that, which is sort of a basic program and an advanced.
Yep.
That's a 4-month program where we address one aspect of the program each month.
Yes.
And we have a morning where people come together, whether by Skype or in person.
Yes.
It's not confined to lawyers. In fact, it's often great when you actually have other professionals there as well.
Yeah.
And we'll talk about the philosophy and the principles behind whatever we're dealing with that month, with the idea then that people go away and put that into practice in the next month.
Okay.
And I think that's where the difference is, because we've all attended those workshops and come away really enthusiastic. And then nothing happens.
Yes.
So the idea is to
take it step by step,
but also give you the chance. And you sort of have to be accountable to come back the next month and say what you've actually done in your practice.
Yes.
But we found it's great because each cohort actually is supportive of each other. So that's been great. We also provide, obviously, individual consultancies for law firms. So we actually work with individual law firms about changing their pricing practices.
Yeah.
We run workshops simply about the value, what we call the value conversation, and how you have that conversation.
Yes.
And we're about to offer a new service, which is being a pricing counsel for law firms. So what we're talking about there is when you are thinking about putting a price and options to your client, you really need someone else to price your work. We always undervalue our own pricing. Yes. So we're offering those as a subscription service in that we'll be your pricing counsel.
Goodness, I absolutely love it. And what I love most about the programs that you've set up, there's something for everyone in there. And I really know that the passion behind it all is you really want to have every single lawyer being able to understand what their value is, who their clients are and what they want from the value. And as we've spoken about many times, it's not just a simple about your interaction with your client. It actually changes how you feel about yourself as a lawyer and the well-being and the confidence, because you're valuing yourself for something other than just time, is amazing. And you must see quite a lot of transformation during those workshops of when lawyers suddenly realise I'm more than just a unit or I'm more than just an hour.
It's quite fascinating because somehow we are tied up in assessing value by the complexity of the work we're doing. We don't step into our client's shoes and see, well, we're helping them achieve a dream or transform their life in some way.
Yes.
And when you start to look at what you're doing in that way, it moves from that transactional to that really creating value for people. That's a really empowering thing to be feeling.
And I think overall, we are in a bit of a crisis in terms of our well-being within the legal profession. I think a lot of us start in law, I mean, you work a lot with students, I work a lot with law students, and I see a lot, I'm yet to meet one that has just said to me, I'm in it for the money. They all want to be in it to help people. They've all got dreams of going to the human rights lawyer and different things. And I think what we're doing now is we're saying that, we can infuse and return back to actually feeling good about ourselves.
And look, so many of them are stressed about how AI and technology is actually going to take their work away, but really, I think what we need to be focusing on is we're getting back to the basics of why we're in it in the first place and where our real skills are. And it's that strategic guidance, that empathy, that interpretation and analysis. That's really, it's a cliched word, but I look to my grandfather and my father. They were truly the trusted advisors. So their clients would come to them, no matter whether the problem was a legal problem or not. That's what we're helping lawyers get back to. That relationship between the client and the lawyer is so strong that that's their first port of call.
Absolutely, and I think there's even sort of implications from that where, we certainly talk a lot about this 70 to 80% of people who have legal needs who don't go to lawyers. We need to reverse that. And we need to be getting the community to trust us again, to understand that come and see a lawyer before anything happens, because, we can help you prevent sort of long-term ramifications down the track. So I absolutely love it, and I love the Innovim Group, and we are actually channel partnered with the Innovim Group, which I'm so excited to say. So if you'd like to know more about any of the workshops or programs that Liz has talked about, and particularly that pricing council that's coming out, which I think is a wonderful service, you can head to our website at legallyyours.com.au, or you can actually head to innovim.com.au and find out more there. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much, Liz.
Thank you, Karen.